Alright, so supposed to be talking about the importance of the Nomadic Wax mixtape. So I think what Nomadic Wax is doing is real dope because it's bringing together artists from all over the globe. Everybody got their own different styles. Everybody got their own different lifestyles, cultures, etc. And we all get to hear from one another. You know what I mean? Like on this interview with Razcast, he was like, he listened to rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like our news. So to hear what's going on, whether it be South Africa, France, you know what I'm saying, United States, West Coast, East Coast, whatever, we can all get to communicate with one another. That's the importance of our music, you know what I mean? That's the importance of music and culture and art in general. So we all get to see what each one of us is representing. So with my verse that I did, you know what I mean? I'm dealing with identity, you know what I mean? Because where I come from, you know what I'm saying, it's like more, street related, street oriented type stuff. But at the same time, I also did well in school. And you know what I'm saying, that for high school and college I went to, predominantly white schools, whereas I grew up predominantly black neighborhoods. So I got those two cultures in me, you know what I'm saying? So going to college, get to expand my mind, get to learn about a whole bunch of different other things. I got to build with a lot of, foreign students, you know what I'm saying, cats from Arabic countries, cats from African countries and stuff like that. So I get all of that now becomes a part of who I am. So then when I think about myself and as my own personal culture, you start to question things and how you was raised and certain things that we automatically accept as normal or regular, it may not be normal or regular anymore because now your worldview is expanded. So I put that into the verse, you know what I mean? When I was talking about, stuff that goes on in our communities, with dealing with police and dealing with politics and such, but then also on an interpersonal level too. And also I'm a very spiritual person. As a believer in Christ, I always have to incorporate that in what I write, but at the same time, I'm also up on, metaphysics, and I'm also up on magic. So I incorporate that in too, you know what I mean? Like my first line is like my third eye's open, you know what I mean? I stay scoping. Then I also talking about, like living longer than Adam and such. So, but at the same time, in my neighborhood, so a lot of it has to do with, what we call juice, you know what I mean? Like make a reference to power and respect and how you can't be soft out here coming up. So to put all of that together and mesh it like in a poetic form, that's what I try to do in my verse. So then that way, when I contribute to this project, cats will be like, oh, so this cat Sagacity, you know what I'm saying, from Providence and from Hartford, Connecticut, he actually can like, this is what it's like for him growing up in Rhode Island and staying in Connecticut now, you know what I mean? So then that way, if a cat hears my song, it could be anywhere in the world, they could be like, all right, this is a quick glimpse of what they do out there. This is what life is like for them out there. And it's like the type of mindset that an intelligent person from this area is. This is how he perceives his situation, how he perceives his life. So then that way, when they come over here or whatever like that, they could be like, all right, this is what it's like, because that's what I feel when we say represent. That's what representation means to me. It's like when I go out of town, whether I go to New Jersey, whether I go to New York, whether I go to Florida, Alabama, or whatever, I'm representing Connecticut and Rhode Island because off top cats will be like, you're not from around here from the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. So that way it's like, all right, this is, to me, representation is like, this is the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Show people what it should be like or what it could be like where you're from. You know what I mean? I could be down there whether I'm at the bar with, straight winos and straight cats who shoot up, or at other times I'm doing presentations at the legislative office building, you know what I'm saying, talking about how our community needs more support systems and things of that nature because we all are here for one another, and that's what I think is the important thing about music is like it's a segue into our cultural differences and our cultural needs and such like that because no matter what, there's struggle, but we're all supposed to lift each other up and help each other out and stuff like that. For me, music was a conduit to do that, and through Nomadic Wax, this project, it's like saying what these other people need as well. So like, you know what I mean? I'm involved in like a lot of stuff that's going on in Hartford, but I may not know what's going on somewhere else. So even if I can't be there physically, you know what I'm saying, there's always things to donate to or I could build through online with cats and stuff like that are doing something positive and I can show my support through that way, you know what I mean? So that's why I think this project's important. That's why I write my verse the way I wrote it. That's why I do music, period. It's just because it's all about connecting with one another. Because, you know what I mean, human beings, we're social creatures, so we need each other to keep each other on point, to keep each other up. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron. So that's what I'm about building with cats like Young Star. You know what I'm saying? Thanks a lot for this. You know what I'm saying? My producer, King Solomon, other cats, you know what I mean? McGee, shout outs, you know what I mean? Because we're all keeping each other up. And that's what it's all about.